Hi team, apologies for the delay here, but I've ended up setting this up a little more for you than I had planned. And instead of giving you just some sample instructional videos, I'm actually going to walk you through how to analyze this data set specifically. So let me pull it up here. Okay, these are your data exported from the program. The only thing I've changed are the interval questions that we said we're going to treat as numbers. For example, what extent can you rely on these services for support? None at all, a little, moderate amount, a lot, a great deal. We change those to 1 through 5. Same for the questions that ask strongly agree, strongly disagree, change this to 1 through 5. I changed that for you. You can actually export it that way as well. But other than that, this is your data. I have set up this analysis sheet, which is what you are going to do. The yellow boxes are what you're going to do. The reds and greens we'll do later. I'll tell you why those are coded differently or colored differently later. But the yellow is what you're going to do. Okay. So first, let's look at age. Age is an interval variable, so we can do measures of central tendency here. Okay. First thing in little n is how many people are in our sample. Now, you know how many total you have, but it's possible that someone didn't give us an age, so we wouldn't want to count them for this purposes. So we're going to count everybody we have an age for. So Excel, everything is equals. There's a couple different ways to do this one. I'm going to do it as a count if function. So equals count if. I'm going to use a lot of these parentheses. I go to my data, highlight my age column. I can just highlight the entire column. Comma, what am I counting? I'm going to count every cell that's greater than 0. So greater than 0. One of those weird Excel rules, the greater than, less than requires quotes around it. I'm not sure why, because it's not text, but it does. Put the quotes around that, close parentheses. Oh, my comma's not in the right place. There we go. So we've 66 people we have an age for. Okay, what's the youngest person? So minimum is equals min, M-I-N, parentheses. Go to data, highlight it, enter. My oldest person equals max, highlight my age. Okay, so we range from 20 to 70. What's our mean or average is equals average, parentheses, go to data, click on the column. Okay. There's a closed parentheses there, but Excel does it automatically, so you get a little lazy. Median equals median. Go to data, highlight the column. Okay, median age 51, standard deviation, which we don't know what that is, we'll talk about it. There's a couple different formulas for it. We're going to use stdev, parentheses, highlight my range. That number of commas or decimals is going to bug me, so I'm going to change it. Okay. The red we're not going to do. Okay. Do you have any family members you were in contact with? Okay, yes, no, this is simply nominal variable. So all we can do is a frequency count. So we're going to count how many people said yes, how many people said no. So we count if equals count if, parentheses, go to data. I find that column, in this case it's G, I highlight it, comma. Now I can either put in quotes and type out yes here, or I can just click on the cell that has yes, and then I close. 48 people said yes. Do the same thing with no. Count if, parentheses, go to data, find that column, it's G, comma, just to show you how to do it. Quotes in O, in quotes. Okay, 18 people said no. Okay. So what percent is that? Equals, well, you know how to do percent, so. Now, I'm just curious. We have some, oh, that's everybody answered. Okay. Okay, so 73% are in contact with family, 27% are not. Okay. Okay, reds we can't do. How often do you talk to them? Here I'm going to show you a shortcut. Okay. So first for the n equals count. If parentheses. Find that column. How often do you talk to them? Here it is. Highlight it, comma. And then I'm going to click on daily. Now, the nice thing about just clicking on it on the side instead of typing it out, because I have all these typed out, now I can just copy and paste that down. Voila. Parentheses you can do. More of that. Okay. Anything that is a number, okay, we can do means medians. So to what extent can you rely on your family for support? Equals average. Find that column is median parentheses. Standard deviation equals STDEV parentheses. Didn't bug me. So you should be able to do almost all of that. Remember these, so it's got a number beside it. I've already converted them to the number. So in that case, you're actually going to have to use the number. You won't be able to just, unless you just change this 5, 4, then you can highlight the cell. I want to get sense community. This is where I want to get to. If I go to sense community over here on my data sheet, okay, and it is Q27 through Q40. Okay, all of these together make up sense of community. So we're going to create what's called a composite score. Okay, so I'm going to insert a column after the last one. I'm going to put total sense community. And then for each across, I'm going to take that average score equals average. And then I can do it once and I can drag it down. Why that's on there. Now your sense community scores, okay, mean, median, standard deviation, you know how to do that. It's based on that total. You're also going to do that for loneliness. So your loneliness items are your last ones. It's the ones that are numbered. So you will create a column here at the end. Total loneliness. I'll take the average of all of those equals average. And then this is about that composite score. Okay. All right, I went through that fast because I think you have some Excel experience, but if you have any questions, just let me know and we'll schedule a time. Talk to you later. Have a great week.